Warcake.
Hello.
Much time has not passed. Only a few weeks, but we've been doing things.
Yeah, it's been
It's
much
just,
time for an ant or a ocelot or some other short-lived creature.
it's been summer holidays here in the UK. Summer holidays 2022, where
Hmm.
the land is barren. We are suffering a drought.
Oh God, yeah. Have you seen the satellite photo
Yeah,
of the United Kingdom? It is Brune.
yeah, I saw all that. It's like all the lowland. Everything that is a lowland is yellow now,
Yeah,
and everything which is up to highland is still green, but it
and
can't be much
Wales.
longer.
Yeah, Scotland and Wales are still a little bit green, but my God, southern England is just like, well, it's just like Spain now.
Yeah, there's no. There's a couple of specks of clouds. Let's do Burford. A couple
Okay.
of specks of clouds, and otherwise it's red
Mm.
as our dads would have said.
Yeah, it is a bit burny. Lucky enough, it actually worked in my favour the other day because we went to the beach.
And you got horrendous sunburn.
I did not because I am like an olive brown boy. I get golden tan and don't get burnt.
Yeah, you've clearly got some Mediterranean in you
I do
from a
often.
from a distant. Yes, you regularly get a Mediterranean man in you.
A Mediterranean as well. I get all of them. But
Mediterraneans.
my other half, yes, she suffered quite a bit though, being of a pale skin. But we went to this lovely isolated beach in between Skegness and Maplethorpe. Basically had no one there because there was no amenities whatsoever. So we just like brought provisions ourselves, and it was lovely. And the water was just so warm. I haven't been swimming for, well, just in general for years. It was amazing.
I am somewhat envious, but I have my summer holiday coming up in a week's time. I've got one more week at
And
work, and then I'm gonna do summer holiday stuff with my lady. My lady.
what summer holiday stuff are you doing?
And we're going to Kent,
Oh, I remember you do. Yes, you did say.
and we're gonna walk, and we're gonna see old El Packet-Loss and his wife. Hopefully,
Hmm.
and I can never guarantee anything, given it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, it gonna be good. I'm gonna take the lady to the Hornby Museum because that's where all good ladies want to go.
Yes, let's go and look at some train sets.
Yeah, let's look at trains and Airfix models, and then let's go home and fuck because that's what's gonna turn them on.
Nothing gets me more horny and wet than the sound of a choo-choo train.
Yeah, Skelextrix and Hornby. I'm sure there'll be a post ramble
About your sexual deviancy,
yeah,
sure.
about the Hornby escapades. But yeah, it's some holidays, fools. It's all good. You've had yours. Man's a coming.
Yeah, don't know if yours. Well, I don't think yours is going to last as long as mine did, though. Got
No,
lucky with mine.
I've got 1 week. 1 week to enjoy myself before becoming a corporate shill again.
It was a good test bed. Our holiday was because well, basically I spent like 2.5 weeks with my girlfriend, and you know very rarely like we'd left each other's sight, and well, we're still together at the end of it, so that's a good sign.
It is. It is. And that's almost cynically the attitude that I've had in that if myself and my lady can withstand ourselves after the 3 days away, then it's probably a good thing.
Yes, because obviously, like it's different for like you and I. When we spend time together, we can only last 3 days.
Yeah, well, we know that. We know we last 3 days, and after that, we're about ready to stab each other in the fucking face.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we
I
know
think the
it.
difference, yeah, it's because the difference is we've never fucked.
Yeah. I don't want to explore that avenue. But yes, perhaps that's what it is. We're not dispensing that nervous energy.
Yeah.
It
So
just,
we'd have sat here watching the chase when really we just should be getting it on right about now.
yeah. So, so oh, there's level 2 body armor up here as a diversionary
To
tactic.
get away from get away from the homosexual
Yeah,
overtones.
let's not talk about fucking each other. Let's talk about level 2 body armor right here, if you need it, because I don't.
No, I do need it. I need it so bad. Give it to me. So do I need it? No. All I want is a level 2 helmet. Really, I've already got myself a Mosin Nagant, which is lovely, and a nice kind of a bit worked up. What's it called? M4 with some bits and pieces. So yeah, doing all right. And we're in the zone as well, so it's all hunky dory.
We can, well, ramble to Yasnaya Polania.
Yeah, ramble to the extreme.
So what? I'm going to start with well, there's nothing really new in my life. Well, no, there is. I suppose I've signed up to a training course to reiterate my weapon training skills. So I'm gonna be able to
You people in PUBG?
no, because it will never filter through to this. But I'm gonna be qualified in probably 3 or 4 months' time. I'll be qualified to train actual people to use the British Army's assault rifles.
Ah, are you actually a good shot?
I am well. I was a crack shot in my 20s, back in the day when I was regularly using these rifles to mow down mercilessly paper targets at 25-meter ranges. Um, I was a crack shot out
Nice.
to 400 meters. I think was the longest I did. But back in the day, I was a crack shot. Don't know if I am now because being 15 plus years older, maybe the old Mark 1 eyeball has suffered some fatigue. So,
Possibly.
but it doesn't. It's not about the shooting; it's about the handling of the weapon, as I tell the
Indeed.
ladies. It doesn't matter about the end result. You don't want it. You don't want that bullet. You want to make sure your drills are competent. They're strict. They're to the point.
Are we talking sexual innuendos now or not? I'm confused.
Yes, I'm fumbling them. I'm
Talking. I heard drills and points and just thought, haha, he's talking about dicks and vaginas. That's what he's
dicks and
talking about.
vaginas. Yeah.
Or dicks and ass. I don't know which.
Well, put whatever you want where you want
Well,
it.
it turns out, like I found out the other day, that I'm a crack shot at about
In asses.
50 centimeters with a Nerf gun.
Yes, that's. Oh, I'll have some of that. Yes, that is a good range to be ranged at.
Because I decided to buy two Nerf guns, one for me, one for the missus, and yes, we had a bit of target practice with some of my Star Wars figures. Shut up, you bastards!
How dare they fight?
Time to anecdote here, you motherfuckers. There must be two bots firing each other.
Yeah, they're shooting each other through a wall, probably.
Yeah, took two Nerf guns out into the garden, like trying to shoot at. Jesus Christ, you shitting dick!
Shitting dick.
Shitting dick!
Professor Shitting Dick.
They're going for it like madman. Like me with a Nerf gun.
I mean,
Yes.
There's so many Nerf guns out there now. They got like I've seen they got like Nerf Gatling guns. In
Yeah.
fact, actually, there's one Nerf gun I really do want to get. They've got a pulse rifle Nerf gun.
Really?
Yeah, it's on limited edition. It was one of the other YouTubers that I've been watching that was talking about it, and it is unfortunately painted in bright colours, which
Wow.
I suppose
We
makes
we
sense.
that makes no difference to us because we are both like
We are
technically painters.
seasoned spray painters now,
Yes.
but yeah, they do, and horrendously expensive at like $300 or something. Nerf gun of the pulse rifle, which if it was released over here, I'd be tempted by. I still
Yeah,
am.
I expect the packaging for that would be 3 times as much as the actual weapon itself.
There is also well, I've seen like 3D printed pulse rifles which are in parts that you can build, and I've been very tempted by them. But again, they're like 100, 200 quid or something on eBay, so I've yet to pull that trigger on, to use a phrase that I fucking hate.
It'd still be good so you can like field strip your gun and put it back together again in 30 seconds.
Well, yes. Speaking of the L85, I've well versed in stripping that mofo, and then the L98 version, which I think I'm gonna probably rue the day I've said those code words, but
Is that the shitty one that kept on jamming?
no, no, it's the exact same version. It's just the single fire version. So
Okay.
they got like a cadet version of the rifle, which is only got single fire. Then they got the full motherfucker version, which has full auto.
This is my fool motherfucker.
But you
That was close.
you did a very lovely Geralt figure, didn't you?
I
Geralt.
did. I've only just before we started the ramble, I just quickly took him outside because it's actually cool enough to actually varnish him now.
Mm.
And because I did it, it's not exactly a silly thing. It was just an impulsive thing. I obviously uploaded him to Instagram already, and I wasn't happy with how he looked because, like I say, it wasn't finished because I hadn't varnished him yet, and a lot of the I'd say the colours haven't mixed together well enough when you do that, because I've used like three three different types of paint companies. I've used Vallejo, Citadel, and also Proacryl. So yeah, some of them are shiny, some of them are matte.
Who was that second? No, third company you mentioned.
Proacryl,
Proacryl.
yeah, they're really good paints. I really love them, and
Not
because
heard of them.
they're an absolute joy to use, and also the same as like Vallejo, they just slide off the brush. It's just amazing, and also it's a proper matte one as well. Real good, but they are quite expensive though. But they do come with the actual ball bearings already in the thing, and it's
The
those ones
mixers,
that've got
yeah.
the it's got the little stopper as well that you like, not the Citadel ones where you have to open up the lid.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Well, the bottles with the droppers are
Yeah.
becoming mainstream now. Did you? Oh.
But yeah, I will post my Geralt of Rivia with better lighting and all the rest of it. I think now that he's actually been proper varnished, because yeah, I wasn't not very happy with how it looked on the post.
I must concur because the WhatsApp pictures you sent me were much better than what you.
Yes.
I don't know what had happened, but the WhatsApp pictures looked really great, and then the Instagrams I saw were like, oh, what? Didn't it just? It's not like the colours were any different, but just something didn't look quite
I
right compared to the
I tell
WhatsApp ones.
I will tell you exactly what it is, and I found this quite a lot. It's because there was no background. It's I just
Ah,
did it to like a black background, but I found through this experience if you actually post something that's got like quite a lively background, it just makes the actual model itself that's in the center just for some reason just much more interesting to look at, and also just seems to define it more. I don't know why. I mean, I thought it'd be the absolute opposite. We've got all this stuff on the same picture, like interfering with the actual model, but no, for some reason it just brings it out.
Makes it pop.
Yeah, makes it pop.
Let's proceed east whilst we continue this conversation. How do we get out of? Oh, there we go.
Downstairs.
Yes. Well, you saw that. The beginnings of the diorama that I've made. I'm
Yes.
quite hopeful with this one. It's going to be good because a lot of mine previously have been very flat. And given they've been desert stuff, well, yeah, flat is all right. But
Yeah, so now you're doing a bit of elevation now. Bit of different levels.
the elevation makes a difference, and I'm kind of going for a Salisbury Plain look. So
Right.
the fence that I built, I'm going to put little like footpath signs on it, a bit of style on the fence. So I've got a big bush. That bush that I got from Tank Fest is going to go in there. Although I'm going to airbrush that a bit because it's very bright and just entirely uniform. But
Oh, that's at me.
yeah, this sounds very in our direction.
I think it's coming from that kind of like museum art gallery place. Oh, there he is. Hit. And he's fucked off. Asshole. I think it was a bot, the way he was acting.
The way he was acting.
Never mind. Fuck him. Fuck him and his mother.
So yeah, I think this one could be quite a good little diorama. I put like a veneer around it because I put the craft foam on the top of it. So I've had to put a veneer around 3/4 of it so that it doesn't look shit. Yeah, I mean what you saw there was the bare bones of it. I imagine I sprayed it uniform kind of light deserty brown earlier, and I've started painting the wooden fence in a kind of old wooden brown colour. It's not even brown. I mean I've seen enough fences around these days to see that old wood tends to go grey rather than brown.
Yes. Yeah, once it's been bleached by the sun enough, especially with our sun at the moment.
Yeah. But I had a nice walk with the lady last weekend. We defied the silly anecdote. What is the anecdote or jingo of only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we were very much Englishmen, but we walked to Whitney.
Walk to Whitney from where you were?
To Whitney, yeah.
I've never done. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have done that drunkenly once.
We used the footpath through the fields, around the farmyards and through the fields, and it was actually a pretty shit walk because about half of it was interesting because it was fields and shit. The other half was either walking through the fields at our end before we got to the countryside bit, and then we got to Whitney, and then it was like a third of it was walking through Whitney anyway.
Oh, I think there's a.
Yep, something's coming.
I don't know if it's.
No, it's gone past by the sounds of it. No, it's come back. Maybe.
Boom, boom, boom. So the Dukes of Hazzard kind of thing. No, I think he's off again.
But yeah, we took a nice walk there. It wasn't strenuous because it's all flat there, apart from the farm just outside Bryce. The footpath signs weren't clearly signposted. No, it's coming back.
Fucker. Yeah, he's coming right for us. Yeah, go on, fuck off.
hit.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh,
what the
oh
fuck?
shit.
Oh, that's
Woof.
bullshit. He insta headshotted me with a car 98.
What an ass.
They were both bunny hopping about.
Yeah.
He just spun round and insta headshotted me there. There's two of them by the looks of it.
Alright, yeah. Let's get in here again. I've got a med kit, like one will fill
Yeah,
get you right up.
Oh,
Oh shit!
that was right. That's a flashbang, but that's right behind me.
No.
We're getting fucked.
Wow, there's lots of nades. These guys didn't like it when we fired on them, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, what? Where'd he come from? I'm down. I don't know.
Yeah, same here. Insta killed.
What the shit? How did he get through that window? I'm gonna have to check that.
Death
I was in the
cam. Something wasn't right there.
I was in the toilet, and like I don't think those rooms were big enough for you to fit through. Gonna have to check this shit.
Yeah, they're nading us. That's. Oh. Okay.
Oh, you can get through that window.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know you could get through that tiny little rectangular window.
What the shit? Football!
We have another. Oh, is that
Football.
this lady here? Looks like she's dressed in. Well, I want to say like Mortal Kombat, like Katana or Milana.
Milana's the one with the real hideous face. We're gonna take that
She had,
mask
like,
down.
Yeah, she had like snake mouth or something, didn't she?
Well, it's just a huge like set of razor sharp teeth and like a jaw that could just swallow you whole.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember which was she in the that Mortal Kombat film we saw.
No, I don't think she was.
No.
I think they just had the base characters from the first game in that one.
Like Sub-Zero, who was just fucking kick-ass.
Yeah, that was really good. But still, it's still one of the most interesting features, I think, where he punches that dude, the blood spurts out of him, he turns it
and he turns
ice,
it into
and
that
then
was great.
Stabs him with his own icicle
his own
blood thing.
Yeah, that was insane. So we're talking about films that you should watch. We went to see Bullet Train.
Yeah, I've been quite. Yeah, that's piqued my interest. That one.
Go and see it. It's great.
I will.
Oh, we can do Impala. Lovely.
Yeah, let's do Impala. There's something about films that are set entirely on trains that I really quite like. I mean, you got the old. Oh shit! What's that old? I think 70s or 80s film. It's Runaway Train.
Runaway train, never going back.
No,
Not sure.
I think it's. Oh, it might be. It might be Runaway Train. But then you've got.
But yeah.
But then you've got. Well, Under Siege 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's say Murder on the Orient Express, I suppose.
Wow, that's a classic murder mystery. There's a game on their PlayStation called no, I don't think it was Siphon Filter. Oh shit! What was the? You ain't gonna get this one, but there was a game on the PlayStation that was set entirely on a train. I want to say Siphon Filter, but I don't think it was. Because I think Siphon Filter was more of like, you remember the was it Alpha Protocol?
Yes, I remember that game.
I think Siphon Filter was more Alpha Protocol, but there was a game on the PlayStation that was just entirely set on a train, and it was like a Metal Gear Solid Siphon Filter style game, but it was just set entirely on a train, didn't go anywhere else.
No, it doesn't ring any bells. But like I said, I never had a PlayStation, so
You missed out.
well. Oh, I think I think we're in a place with bots. That's handy. Get rid of those motherfuckers quick. But yes, as I said, I can wholly recommend Bullet Train. It was just so much fun. Really good film. Uh, Everyone in there is great. Even what's his name? It's Aaron Taylor Smith or something. He played Quicksilver uh in Avengers: Age of Ultron. He's got your proper like estuary, David Tennant, Doctor Who kind of like English accent. But yeah, it's still fun.
I will
Uh,
recommend that to the lady.
yeah, it was yeah. We really enjoyed that from beginning to end, and it had some real poignant. It's a comedy, but it had some real poignant bits in it as well. It actually made it quite sad, but it was great. Beginning to end, it was great.
Yes, that's well. It was already on my radar, but I think I need some kind of date night shit going on, so I will recommend that.
Yeah, I'd recommend that if you had a choice of that and Thor. I'd definitely watch that because Thor was all right, but it
Love and
was
Thunder.
nothing. Yeah, it was all right, but it was nothing special.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'll take Bullet Train because I know I would like Thor because I loved the last one,
Hmm.
but not sure Mel would. So I will recommend that because the last film I saw in the cinema was Top Gun 2.
Wow.
'Twas a while ago.
Mm. Try and make a thing about trying go to the cinema as much as I can to patronise my little independent cinema,
Your local, yes.
which is great. It's it's lovely having a cinema in walking distance with like really good seats.
Yes, that'd be me. I'm quite envious of that. I think it would take me. Well, it would take me about 3 hours to walk to the local cinema because that was about what it took me to walk to the local town in the previous video, which will be linked to this anyway. So, yeah, it took me about 3 hours to walk to my local cinema, dodging the cars on on the road,
On the raid.
on the raid, the radio. I was gonna say radio there for some reason. On the
On the radio star.
radio, the
Radio killed the person walking across the street.
well, the road. But
Oh, speaking of
televisual
which,
shows. I'm gonna override you here.
oh, so is your prerogative, as Bobby Brown once said.
Prerogative. Well, I think we've been watching similar things recently, but in fact, where's the that was that you crashing through a fence? I think it
That was
was.
not. That was not.
Well, I watched, and I think perhaps in a previous video we were talking about watching the Terminal List, which
Yes.
had an incredibly opening episode.
Yeah. The last thing you talked about was obviously like guy getting tortured by having his intestines hooked onto a wall.
Yeah. Now, I would suggest it might be worth a revisit because overall, it was quite good. It it was not a patch on Reacher, which I'm going to come to in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it was worth a watch. I enjoyed it. It was a classic revenge thriller. Um, the first episode was pretty shit, but that was just setting the story. So yeah, what we talked about previously, I'd say it's worth looking back at it. But at Reacher, I really fucking liked that.
That was so good. I mean, obviously, I was like touting that for weeks.
Yeah,
Like, fucking watch the Reacher, watch the Reacher, watch Reacher.
yeah,
God damn you.
I
Oh,
really liked that.
I think there's someone behind us. I can hear you, buggers.
Oh, where are the bastards?
They're right outside this door, I think.
They're right outside the walls.
Outside the goddamn walls. Where are they?
What do you mean they're in here? They're in the goddamn walls.
I think they're right outside this wall. They've opened up something.
No, I just opened the door. Oh, I think they're in the building just next to us, but...
All right. Nice.
Oh, I'm down, I'm
Oh
down,
shit.
I'm down. It's continuing to get me. Its mate's gone. The light blue building, I'm dead.
Ah, bastard. Oh, he got me as well. I was fucking just big a dick there.
Wibble wobble.
Ugh. Shitty, shitty, shitty.
We'll pick this conversation up at whatever the fuck the next map is.
Yes, whatever it is, we're just gonna sit there in the plane and talk.
We're back. Okay, well after that horrendous cut off of the previous video, because how dare we be killed mid-conversation, because obviously why would we be playing a game where you could just die mid-conversation and then complain that we've died?
Well, I think we can complain because we got killed by bots.
No, I don't think those last ones were bots. I think they...
Okay, we tell ourselves that, sure.
No, I genuinely think those last ones weren't.
Fair enough.
But we're back on a favourite map,
Yay!
so we can talk about shit.
Oh, should we do Stowe?
Let's do Stowe, just because it's different, even though we might only struggle to get there. Oh, no, oh, no, we'll be fine.
Oops, fine, get to Stowe.
It's the U-bend north of that I keep looking at as Stowe and thinking,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we're
that
gonna
one.
get there. Yeah, I keep looking at it and...
No, it's the one right next to the quarry that looks like a clitoris.
Yes. Well, that's why I can never find it.
Ha
It's just that general area, just rub.
Just rub vigorously, because they always love that.
Yeah. Right, we were talking about terminal
talking
list.
Reacher.
Right.
No, we're talking Reacher,
Well,
weren't we?
yeah. Well, just to recap, should anyone forget, terminal list was good. Yeah. What I suggest you rewatch it. Well, we'll finish watching it, but it's no scratch on Reacher. And Reacher's fucking brilliant.
Mainly because of the main character.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he makes me question my own sexuality when he.
Don't you just? He is just a fucking hunk.
But yes. Yeah, he's
I remember him in. I remember him like being in that one episode of Brooklyn. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as a young Hitchcock, I think.
Oh, I remember the episode you're on about, but I can't picture that episode. So, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, we got players with us.
Fuck's sake.
I think it's a bot actually because he's wearing a dinosaur costume.
Yeah. Mow him down, like the dog he is.
Try to, but I've only got an Uzi at the moment.
That's all I've got. But Susie 9mm is all you need.
Yeah, well, let's team up and not fuck this one up. He's up by me. Oh no, there's another one round by you.
Yeah, I just heard somebody where I am. Where the fuck?
I just got him. I got him from range with an Uzi.
Oh.
And there's another one up here with like a dinosaur costume. Went into this blue building here. And then we can continue the rambles after they've been exterminated. Right.
Rambles continue after this extermination.
Rambles may now continue.
Yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed Reacher, and so much so that I bought the book. In fact, I bought the Terminalist book as well. I thought I'd give that a go, but I just immediately went on to the Reacher book, and it's it's one of those things. It's a bit odd where because I've watched a TV series and then immediately go to read the book, so I know exactly how it's going to go.
Yes.
But it's still really good. And I suppose it's interesting to see how the book itself is portrayed, because it's written in the first person, so everything is from Jack's point of view.
Yes.
And there's the series so far, and I'm only probably about a third of the way in, is sticking almost identically to the book, which is always a good thing. The
I
only
think that's the backlash because of the Tom Cruise films where like you have like a 5 foot dwarf like playing Jack
Yeah,
Reacher.
because he portrays himself well. I mean, you can clearly see from the book that he's a big fella, but it's nice that you get the Reacher's insight into the things he's thinking, because in the TV series he comes across as this um,
Like
kind
badass.
of hulking badass. He doesn't really have much emotion,
Hmm.
whereas in the book he's almost immediately from seeing Roscoe is being like, she's fucking gorgeous, I'm well horny, I want to bang her. And they bang in the book, they bang much earlier than what they do in the TV series, but uh, because there's elements where he's going out to visit her in the police station and in the cafe, and he's kissing her and hugging her in front of everybody else, and she's like, oh yeah, she's fine with that shit. So she fucking loves him. She's well loved up from banging him from the minute that he realizes that his brother is killed. She's banging him, and he's all over her. He's like, oh, I fucking love her now. She's amazing. I'm gonna
We
go.
better move, by the way.
Yes, very much so. Vehicular move. I've only got an Uzi and a mortar.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, what I really liked when it came to Roscoe though is like she wasn't just because the whole thing takes on this like 1980s badass alpha male like dude, but the female like protagonist is also pretty much a badass herself. And she's not like a badass, but she's also, I'm badass and I know it and I'm really tough and I don't need men. She's not one of those either. She's just a normal person.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's too early in the book to see that, because I mean, this is well, I've already given spoilers away, but I'm only at the point now where he's realised that it was his brother that was killed under the
Hmm.
bridge. So it's still not about a third of the way through the story. But so far, I mean, the original,
Players right ahead of us.
yeah, the original book. Oh yeah, I see them. The original book was only written in well, it was written in '98, so it's actually
Yes.
quite an old book. Oh hello.
Oh, I'm getting shot at. Not sure where from.
It might be his mate. He's
Oh,
baiting
I'm
us.
down.
Oh shit.
It's a VSS, so it could be from anywhere. But I think I'm safe here.
Gone well, if you're safe behind
Uh,
this
uh,
tree, then they're behind
yeah,
us.
yeah. Yeah. That's. I know they're behind us. Yeah, I think they're on that hill across from us. What's this dude doing? Oh, there's the other one, I think.
Oh, there's lots of them. Oh, I'm down. There's loads of them there.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of them at least. 2 on the bike and 1 on the ground.
Trying to.
Oh,
Ah,
they're rolling up on us
shit!
now.
Fucking A!
Yeah, that's fair enough. We got fucked there.
Wow, that shows how bad we are at this game.
Well, yeah. Right, so we were talking about something a while ago, because there's been a couple of maps since our previous conversation.
We were talking about how handsome and sexy and cuddly Jack Reacher is.
I think we've moved on from that, but I'm happy to
We'd
go
move on
back to
from
that.
Jack Reacher.
No,
You can never move on from Jack Reacher.
I'm happy to go back to him, because in Reacher he is a devilishly good-looking man who gets his top off.
A
And,
lot.
and in the book he's banging Roscoe from when from a much earlier stage,
Mm.
and he because the first book, well, I presume all of them, but it's all set from the first person. He says pretty much from the get go that he's like, oh my god. The first thing he says is that her breasts reached across the desk, and he's commenting on her tits as soon as he's been hauled into the interview room and questioned.
Wow.
But that's
Oh,
1998 for you, bros.
yeah, it is. Before social justice got in the way.
But
But
despite
yes,
that, what else have you been watching? Because we both been
right.
watching
So
something since that we want to talk about.
yes,
So what have you been talking about since?
right then. Have you heard of a show called Star Trek?
Maybe. I think I spent several years watching something called TNG and DS9.
Yes. Did you ever watch a show called just Star Trek by itself?
Well, I'm presuming you're referring to Strange New Worlds.
You are correct, my friend.
Correct. Whoop whoop whoop.
Well,
So tell me about it because I've been interested by it, but I've been burned by the bullshit that is Star
no.
Trek
This
and
is
previous.
the extreme pendulum swing. Uh, uh, Reaction to Discovery and all that bullshit of the grimy, grim, dark, everything shit. Michael Burnham is the worst character ever.
Because
This is
all
this
they
has
do is
gone back
cry.
to its This has gone back to Star Trek roots, my friend. This is episodic gold and
Impala.
Impala. Absolute gold this is because every episode is a self-enclosed thing about, and it's got a moral like the original ones. All the characters are great, and Captain Pike is now, I think, my second favorite captain. He is so good. He just encapsulates what it means to be in Starfleet. The show is like it's nice and light and breezy. All the characters have got something to do. They all interact with each other. They're not just constantly crying about how shit everything is and how their life sucks and how their parents fucking abuse them or some bullshit like that. This is just pure Star Trek, and it's amazing.
Well, either you've been paid off by Paramount, or
Yes,
I need to check this shit out.
and also it doesn't fuck with continuity. Like a lot of Star Trek shows have of late.
Well,
It keeps things tight.
I never watched Picard, but
Oh god, that was such bullshit.
well, I feel compelled to watch Strange New Worlds now because I'd heard originally that it was supposed to be a return to episodic classic Star Trek shit, and
Which it is.
well, coming from you, if you're saying that it's worth watching, then I have no choice but to engage with it.
Yeah, it is great. And I just nearly killed myself just falling off a ledge. That was fun. Yeah, what can I say? This is right from the get-go. It's got an overarching story about Pike. Because I don't know if you remember like the old series about Captain Christopher Pike or not.
Well, all I know about Pike is from the
The memes, I
no
suppose.
no
The beep beep.
no the new Trek films, I suppose, for
Oh,
the
that
Pine
yeah,
films.
that's a different Pike altogether. That one.
Okay.
Yeah, but you would have seen it like just through memes and shit. Like like a guy in like a big black wheelchair that can't move, and he's just got like a little light that goes beep beep whenever he wants to say yes or no.
That vaguely rings a bell from earlier
South
stuff.
Park
Yeah.
or probably something like that you've seen
Yeah.
it. But yeah, because that's Christopher Pike, like far into the future, and in this Leads on from Discovery, and Discovery, like he discovers, ironically, that's what his future's going to be, and he's haunted by it, throughout this entire season, and he's trying, and I'm getting shot big styles. I've got to run the fuck away because I'm almost dead.
Oh. Stuck my head at the door, fired, and got fucked up for it.
I'm down. Shit. I think that's a. There's a one coming up behind you, I think.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fuck you. The video can't convey my gesticulating at the rapid gesticulating at the screen right now. Mid conversation. Fuck you. I was hoping to just finalise our conversation tonight, and look at him. At least
I think next time we have like a ramble night, I think we're gonna have to play GTA Golf.
Oh well, he killed himself. He just killed himself with a grenade.
Huh.
I've been watching him now. He's just killed himself on the spot with a grenade. Okay, well maybe they're doing their own ramble and just fucked around and thought
Yeah.
no, because I killed his mate. He was rambling with. Okay, well, from a ramble perspective, fuck the lot of you. So I don't fucking care. I'm gonna end it now. Bye.
Bye.